Hi, this post is long overdue. Sorry this is late. Holiday season and all that sort of thing. Life gets in the way. So I've got a new pimple as well. The first in about 6 months, I think. But it's only one and hopefully it is on the way out. Anyway, so let's talk about the worst products of 2018. The ones that I regret buying. The ones that I do not recommend. The ones that I find fault with, actually. So straight off, the Karl Lagerfeld Model Co collection, these are the liquid lipsticks. Pretty much everything from this collection has had a bad review, actually. And the only products that I bought were the liquid lipsticks. I've reviewed them here. They're very, very gimmicky. So they've got Karl's iconic head on top of the lid. And the other obvious thing is that there is a light when you open it. Let me show you. Right, there's a light when you open the lipstick. Again, very gimmicky. This interferes with the color when you apply. Look at that. There is a mirror here. So this interferes with the color. And the whole thing smells strongly of chocolate, I think it is. Anyway, it's not a very good fragrance. It's a strong fragrance. So the light's gimmicky. The light interferes with the application and the color. And it's probably, better off as a flashlight or something when you're in the dark, rather than as a lipstick applicator, because it puts a spotlight and that interferes with the color. That's one thing. Secondly, it's extremely drying. It's not long staying. It flakes off on the lips. So eventually, that is after a couple of hours, you've got flakes here, and those flakes get longer and longer, and then you've got these bits of what look like flesh hanging down from your lips, and people are going to think you're some kind of cannibal or something. So anyway, it looks gross. It's a bad effect overall, and it's not a good product, which is surprising because Model Co, I love their products, I love their makeup, I enjoy their eyeshadows, I enjoy whatever lipsticks I've used from them in the past. They used to send out some of their lip products in the Lip Factory beauty box erstwhile subscription, monthly makeup subscription, which I really, really loved. And Karl Lagerfeld, as we all know, Chanel, I mean, the name speaks for itself. So I had expected this collection to be absolutely marvelous, top-notch. Instead, this was a huge letdown. I do not recommend these. Please don't buy them, not even if they're on sale, not even if they pay you to buy them. Second product, the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions eyeshadow palette. Don't get me wrong, I loved the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions reviewed here. This one's reviewed in the same post as well. I also loved the new nude palette, which I've reviewed here. This one, huge letdown. The mattes were patchy, the mattes were dry to the touch. This one was not emerald at all. The color was a huge letdown. And more than emerald, there were a lot of olives, there were a lot of frosty, pale shades that did not look good on my skin tone. So overall, not a fan of the emerald palette, loved the amethyst. The third one came in the Look Fantastic Beauty Box, which you will no longer be seeing on this blog. The subscription is cancelled because the delivery partner, DPD, makes it a point to ask me for more and more money, storage charges, handling charges, and so on at the time of delivery. And I'm at a point where I refuse to pay up. So I haven't got my December box. I won't be getting refunded for it either, I suppose. So obviously there won't be any more Look Fantastic Beauty boxes on this blog. So the third product, as I told you, came in the Look Fantastic Beauty box. This is the Douche Freematic highlighter. Now, biggest problem with this is that apart from the fact that it was very chunky and hard to blend out, and you had this patch of pale gold over here. Now, apart from that, it also contains mineral oil, which is alright for some people, but me, mineral oil breaks out badly. And I'm inclined to blame mineral oil for this one. I know it's here, but you don't necessarily get acne in the very spot where the problem happened, where you applied the wrong product. Sometimes it happens on the side, same side. So anyway, the product must obviously have got here, and mineral oil must have migrated as well. Anyway, 6 months, absolutely no acne. Suddenly, I try out this highlighter and boom, a pimple. So obviously it's this one's fault and I won't be using this. So anybody who is avoiding mineral oil, who is acne prone, please don't buy this highlighter. The fourth one will come as a surprise to many. It is the Wet n Wild brushes which launched in 2018. Don't get me wrong, I like the face brushes. This one is P65. I only have the Pro brushes, I don't have the regular ones, so don't get me wrong. Basically, you know, the e.l.f. brushes are cheaper and better value for the money. These are a bit more expensive and not as good as the e.l.f. ones. So, face brushes, nice. The eye brushes, not so nice. So I have the whole lot. I mean, we're missing bits and bobs here and there right now. But I bought the entire lot, not the regular ones, the Pro ones. They're not heavy, they look rose gold and are very pretty to look at, but they're, you know, quite flimsy, and the density is not what I usually like, so not a fan of those either. Now, last product, very gimmicky. It is this absolutely shite makeup brush cleanser. Automatic makeup brush cleanser. I do have a full review of this thing coming up very soon, a review and demo. It's very, very gimmicky. Please don't buy this sort of brush cleanser. I mean, unless you've done it already and love it. But please don't buy this, because all you need is a brush egg of some sort, or a brush mat, or at least your palm, and a couple of brushes and some kind of, you know, mild shampoo. In this particular case, I mean, you would think that you can clean about 6 brushes at once. You can actually do that if you are using your hand or a brush egg. Hold 4 or 5 brushes, scrub, 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 and that's it. In this case, it has to be done one by one. Very gimmicky. And worst of all, you have to fit the brushes into these little tubes. And it's very difficult to get a proper size match unless you have the very exact brushes that they recommend. And not all my brushes are Real Techniques. So, very gimmicky thing. I'll talk more about this later. It's actually more of a waste of time and effort than, you know, regular brush cleansing, so I wouldn't recommend it. So those are the worst products that I discovered in 2018. Big letdowns, all of these. I would love to know what your worst discovery of 2018 was. Do tell me in the comments box below. So that's all from me for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do give me a thumbs up, and please do hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell, and I'll speak to you soon.